Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and rune reading for the month of November 2024. So the first rune that came out for you is called Gabo. Oh, if I want to show it the right way, Gabo. And this is the rune of generosity, and it actually shows that at some point this month, it feels like there is an exchange, like a very loving exchange of gifts. You may be giving a lot to people this month. There could be just a lot of birthdays, a lot of like maybe anniversaries, or even just a generous exchange of energy just for the heck of it, just for the fun of it with you, with your loved ones, etc. So that is very, very beautiful. Then you have the rune called Iwas. Now, this is interesting because this rune has been popping into like pretty much everyone's reading for November, and there's a lot going on astrologically this month. We have Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is going to be extremely significant. It'll stay there for like 18 years. This is a new era, a new generation. And Awaz is a rune of progress. It shows that the areas of your life that were moving like as slow as molasses for a long time, it's all going to start picking up quite rapidly. And, that influence is very exciting because, a lot of the things that were delaying you and blocking you in life are going to start picking up. But it can also be anxiety inducing because, it's like, how am I going to keep up with all this change? It's a lot to take in. So it really depends on your personality. But someone like me, for example, I love the influence of Iwas. So this is something that I feel like a lot of you will also enjoy. It shows that it's time for you to be brave and to take risks and to step into the unknown as you may feel called to. Iwas can also come out to show the presence of a very strong-willed woman or feminine energy that's very positive, a really good influence on you. And for some of you, this could be you acting as this strong-willed person who is ready to embrace the unknown and make life happen. So it's very optimistic, honestly. These first two runes, Gabo and Iwas, extremely optimistic. It just shows life moving forward at a much more bold and rapid pace. Any problems that may be in your mind, like if you're thinking of like contingency plans for what could possibly go wrong, the presence of Iwas actually shows, those problems aren't going to arise. It's good to think about, but it's not going to arise, so you don't have to worry so much about it. And then we also have Awaz, not Iwas, Awaz coming out as your third rune here. And this is the rune of ideas. And so this is in reverse, but when it's upright, it kind of shows like two horses pulling a chariot in the same direction. So when it's in reverse, and there's a beautiful red-tailed hawk outside, so that may be a sign for some of you. And there's an airplane too. Some of you might be traveling. I don't know. That was just random. But yeah, I feel like there could be some forward momentum with you and another partner, whether that is a business partner, a life partner, or trying to plan some sort of trip, gift, or excursion. Wow, that hawk is so stunning. With another person. Be careful of potentially being misaligned or out of step with them. So, for example, if you feel like they're trying to make a lot of decisions on their own without really consulting you, this is a month where you're really going to have to step up and say, hey, I want to be a part of this. I am an equal partner here. And while I appreciate you taking the initiative, we should be consulting each other in certain matters there. So that's one thing. If you feel that energy anywhere in your life where it feels like other people are just making decisions that affect you without really communicating to you a bit about it, you may want to step up to the plate a bit and communicate yourself like, hey, like I want to be a greater part of this. So that's all, just getting a greater understanding of each other, talking through any misunderstandings with the people that you're working with, even this in the career place. Like if you're working on a project with like a team or another person, they may have their own ideas and just start taking action on those ideas without consulting you. So this is a month where you're really going to have to cultivate a sense of power, a sense of authority within yourself, which you probably already have that to a degree, but really step into that and say, hey, like I'm not just this person who's tagging along here. I have my own ideas, my own opinions, my own authority, and some of you may even be feeling subconsciously, like even if somebody loves you to death, even if they respect the crap out of you, like they may have some subconscious ideas in their head bad about, what you bring to the table, or maybe it's like how they view certain demographics sort of thing. And it's like you stepping up and saying, no, in fact, I may be more knowledgeable in some areas than you are. I have quite a lot of good ideas, and we should be a team here. We should be working together in step, in alignment with each other. Another thing that may come up for you guys is some concerns. And I only want to use the word concern. I don't want to say problems or issues, because I really, especially with the influence of I was coming out, I don't think a problem will arise, but you may be concerned about something like transportation, travel, or like your pet's health. Okay, so for example, let's just say one of you are moving. This could be like the person you're making a move with. You may feel like they have all these ideas. They're doing things without consulting you, so you need to step up to the plate and say, hey, we're a team here. And then also you might be concerned like, okay, well, where are we going to park our cars, or how are the pets going to feel about this move, or the kids, or whatever, you know what I mean? It's something like that. Just, trying to navigate certain I don't want to say issues, because it's not an issue, certain complications or different moving factors as a team. Okay, this month is sort of testing your ability to work in a team, as a team with other people. And then we have Ingwas coming out as your final rune, and we're going to get into the tarot in a bit. This is the rune of potential, and again, it's really good news. With this life thing moving forward at a much more rapid pace for you, Ingwas shows that you will be closing a door, okay? Leaving behind a certain life. So this is a pretty life-changing rune to come out to represent a month, because it's the rune of no regrets. It's saying like, I'm ready to leave behind this old town, this old job, this old relationship, this old fill in the blank, whatever it is this old lifestyle. These old limiting beliefs that I have. I am ready to close the door entirely on this old life of mine. And you are finding the courage within yourself to make these sweeping life changes. And again, these runes are all acknowledging, yeah, you're going to have anxiety this month. Absolutely. It would be weird if you didn't. I'm not saying you're going to be an anxious mess this month, but whenever you have these huge life changes, even when they're really, really good life changes, it could be so exciting. You're so in love with life, just really anticipating what's to come. But at the same time, with that excitement also comes the thoughts of like, okay, well, in case this happens, I need to do this, and we need to think about this, and we should factor in this, those thoughts of like just trying to navigate any which way the situation can unfold. So it's the rune of no regrets, that you're not crying over the past. You are happily stepping into a new life, and you've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort, Gemini. So some of you may actually be traveling this month, or booking a very well-earned vacation, even if it's just a day or a weekend. I am seeing that as well. So lots going on for Gemini, folks. So let's keep the ball rolling here. This Pluto moving into the sign of Aquarius will be very beneficial for you as an air sign. A very congenial sort of shift, transfer of power. So let's dive into it. How many cards are we going to pick? How many cards have I been picking? I think I've been doing 8. I don't even know. I think we've been doing 8. So let's see. And this is from the Mystic Fairy deck. Yes, Mystic Fairy. I keep wanting to say mystical fairy. Mystic Fairy deck. Okay. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. You are happy to be moving on, okay? Because whatever it is that you're releasing, wherever you're shutting the door on your life, it really caused nothing but chaos for you anyways, like high highs, low lows, just not really knowing where things were going. So you are more than happy to get out of there, wherever there may be. we have the Four of Wands coming out in reverse. Something much more settled and secure is coming into your life at this time, but it's still in the developmental stage. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? So this could be like a relationship that has the ability to last multiple decades of your life. This could be your life partner. This could be like, you moving into a place where you'll be at that home for decades, or starting a new job where this is like your career for the rest of your life. Like, you're excited about it, it's something very long term and settled, but right now it is in the healing and developmental stage. Now, this stage is actually moving pretty quickly. It's not something that you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, just drudging along, waiting. You're definitely not in a state of waiting, because the energies are moving quickly this month for everyone. There's going to be a lot of changes this month. I'm excited to see what happens excited and terrified to see what happens on a global scale, like with politics and everything, because lots of change. That's what I've been really, really feeling for November. This is an extremely significant month. Astrologically, energetically, I feel it in the air. Okay, so Gemini, we have the Judgment card coming out upright. This is making a really big life-changing decision. Okay, the Judgment card is the second to last major arcana card, and it kind of shows that moment where we are at the end of one life stage and we are looking at the face of a new life stage. And there's a sense of nostalgia this month for sure. Some of you guys may be looking back on all of your memories made in these recent years, and I don't know why I'm seeing like photo albums. Maybe some of you are making like a photo album to commemorate this old journey that's coming to an end. I don't know why I'm seeing like literally looking back on photos, looking back at the progress you've made thus far, and starting off in a new life. That's what it feels like. And there is literally no ill will that you have towards the past. That's what I'm feeling. Even the people who really screwed you over in these past several years, the traumas you've racked up, these things are a part of life. And I feel like you're no longer in a state of like negatively processing or holding on to that, or like it's like you carry no resentments anymore. You carry no ill will. You're grateful for your journey, and I don't think that you would take anything back about these past several years. It feels like you look back on the past, and yes, you can pinpoint exactly what your mistakes were for sure, but you acknowledge like, I was doing the best that I could with what I had at the time and the wisdom I had at the time. So you're not carrying any sense of guilt on your shoulders or your heart, which is really, really beautiful. And I think, this is also a month of saying goodbyes. You may feel old friendships or relationships sort of dying down. Maybe some people are moving away. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're leaving an environment, a situation. And I don't know. It's just a beautiful, warm feeling of like, I'm so happy I had that experience. But man, I'm excited for what's next. It doesn't even feel bittersweet. Like, I don't think the bitter is there. It's just sweet. It's like, yeah, this is cool. This is that thing called time, that thing called life, People come and go, situations change, and you're just vibing with how life unfolds for you. Really beautiful. We have the Knave of Wands, new passionate developments that are flowing in very smoothly. I like this. This is excitement, a lot of passion for the newness that's emerging. Some of you guys may be starting new projects, new life goals, new relationships, and it's heavy on your mind. You think about it all the time. Whatever this is, it's always on your mind. And it's unfolding in a very smooth way. It's obviously still new. There's a lot in the developmental stage, but it's promising and it's exciting. We have the Three of Wands coming out. Yes, this is the second row of cards now. Again, Gemini, I feel a lot of travel for a lot of you, or some sort of vacation or staycation, even if it's just like booking a hotel for the weekend just to get away from the home and reset your mind. I feel a lot of you are doing that. I don't know why. I feel like November isn't even a popular vacation month, but some of you guys just feel like you need this or want this with yourself or with someone else, with a partner or something. I definitely see that. Three of Wands also shows a lot of planning for the future. It feels like you're going from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands, but the Four of Wands right now is in reverse. It's not yet accessible yet. So some of you may be settling down in life, like going from this I don't know, younger person who loves traveling all the time and, hanging out and being so independent, and you're like, I'm ready to settle down, I'm ready to find my person, I'm ready to, buy property, whatever it may be that's settled for you, whatever that looks like for you. You may be thinking about that. You may be transitioning into a life like that. I don't know. We have the Chariot coming out in reverse as well, right underneath that Four of Wands in reverse. So again, we get this big, I don't know, it just feels like a month of planning. You will be going outside of your comfort zone and making a sweeping life change that may be exhilarating but also anxiety inducing, and so the month of November just feels like you're trying to mentally and physically and financially prepare for that, whatever that may be. Some of you are entering into a new job, a new home, a new town, new relationship, whatever, you're just trying to prepare for it so it's less scary. We have the Priest coming out in reverse, the Hierophant coming out in reverse. So yeah, you're definitely following your own gut feelings, intuition, with the decisions that you're making in your life right now. There's something about the changes that are taking place that a normal person might say, oh, maybe you should slow down, or maybe you should really think this through. Maybe it's not the typical normal way of going about things, whatever's changing in your life, but in your heart and soul that it feels right. And so this is one of those things where it's like, you just have to listen to your own gut feeling. And even though on the surface, it may not make that much sense to the people around you, in your heart and soul and bones, this is right for you. And so yeah, it feels crazy, but you're embracing the crazy. And then we have the Two of Wands coming out in reverse again with that planning sort of energy. There's a lot of wands here in your reading. 4 out of 8 of the cards, half of your cards are wands. Okay, so that is passion, exhilaration, excitement. And specifically these wand cards that are coming out, we have the 2, the 4, and the 3. 2, 3, 4. And then the Knave, okay, which is like the Page. And so yeah, this is all new energy in development. These lower number cards that represent being in the developmental stage, the talking stage of something, the planning stage of something, preparing, getting ready for this big positive life shift. And again, 2 of Wands in reverse, it really makes sense with this rune here, because it's like, one of the hiccups you may encounter this month is just making sure that you're on the same page and working as a team with whoever else is involved here with this transition you're making. So for example, if you get a new job, it's like there may be a miscommunication between you and your new employer, and they're trying to get some form of paperwork out of you, but you don't know how to submit that paperwork. Like, just ask questions, make sure you're on the same page. Did I do everything? Is everything good? Like, when is my start date, etc. If you are like moving in with a partner and this is your first time living together, make sure you're talking about everything. They're not just making decisions without you. You're making decisions as a team. So that's the only thing I would say to pay close attention to this month. But other than that, crazy positive month ahead, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this month ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below. I'd love to hear your psychic insights when it comes to November. What do you feel like is going to happen in November? What energies have you been feeling popping up for you? And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'll be posting the weekly readings in a few days for you, and a lot more fun content on the weekends, weekdays, pretty much every day at this point. So subscribe for that. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, my shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course if you want to learn how to be a very confident tarot reader. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.